Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today we're going to be talking about my main. And we're going to be talking about if he's a good character or not. Because many people call him the worst Scythe Legend. And how he's probably even one of the worst, if not the worst characters in the game. Jiro is a high dexterity and speed legend with no attack or defense. You work hard just to all of that to go to waste whenever you're playing this character. Nothing is good enough for this character. Many people stop playing him. Phazon used to main Jiro for a while, and then he dropped him because he said himself he felt like playing this character was pointless. And I can see why he says that, and I understand that I main Jiro as well. But I can understand why he says that this character is pointless, or this character is not good, or just you shouldn't play him at all. Because this character has dexterity, and dexterity is basically a useless stat now. And during Low Tier City, Foda said himself that dexterity is, I think it's Foda, who said that dexterity is pretty much useless. Since, like, back then they were talking about Nash and how he had, like, no dexterity. Until now we see people started playing more Nash because he has a good stat pool. And dexterity doesn't hit hard on certain weapons. Like, basically, dexterity is useless on lance, hammer, and axe, since you can never feel a difference whenever you're using them. But it hits hard for weapons like staff or scythe, because they're weapons that attack fast. And definitely spear. Spear is just a weapon that you can feel the no dexterity on, including like scythe. Because if you remove Fate's dexterity, and then it's not gonna be a really good stat. Like, she's gonna be really slow. It's gonna feel weird. And Phazon said that also, that he's also not, like, you know, what's it called? That he can feel it whenever removing the dexterity off of Nash or Fate. And then there's people who make tier lists off of legends, like Isaiah and Faye and Jiro. Isaiah's because of his horrible signatures. Jiro's is all because of his stats. He has a horrible stat spread. His defense is extremely low. He's one of the lowest defense legends in this game. And he's incredibly weak. So, I know mainly I'm talking about Phazon because he's the one that mained Jiro for a while. And pretty much the only person that I can actually relate to when he says he doesn't like playing this character, because he's pretty much the only one that played this character. Well, the most, I think. Jiro is pretty much a build-up type character, although he's really horrible at doing so since his attack is not good, and his defense is horrible. So he's pretty much just like glass. That's it. It hurts, but only for a little. It's like glass shards, because it's not really worth it. And like, I like playing this character. He is my main, after all. I started playing this character last year. It's almost been 2 years. Well, it's been a full year, but it's almost been a year of me playing this character. Well, 2 years, a year and a half, I think. Yeah. And I just really like playing him. The only reason why I mained him is because when I first started this game, I had no clue about what this game was, and he was one of the first ones to. He was on the free week when I started playing this game, so that's why I started playing him. Well, other than that, like, if I feel like I don't really like playing Jiro, it's just because it's never really worth it. Because he doesn't rack up damage, he takes too much damage, he's fast, and he has good dexterity. But like I said, dexterity is useless at this point, because everyone has good speed, attack, or defense. like Ulgrim. Ulgrim, he has amazing stats. And my secondary has good stats too. And core, if I ever wanted to drop Jiro, I would drop Jiro for core because core is my secondary. And plus his stat spread is good and his weapon choice is good. Sword is a good weapon, so is Scythe, but Jiro isn't, which is horrible. I would say Jiro would have been a lot better if he had different stats. He kept the same weapons, and there's pretty much nothing wrong with the signatures, because I think they're pretty solid. And there's pretty much nothing wrong with the signatures. Some of them are multi-hit, others are just pretty much combo moves. And as I'm demonstrating right here, Taros is a high attack legend, but a couple of hits, like 2 or 3 hits, already leaves me in orange. And defense is like pretty much, I think, the best stance in the game. And this game's already over.
Player 2 wins.
So as demonstrated, it's not really good. He only has 3 defense and like 5 attack. He has good dexterity and speed, but it's not like pretty other solid Scythe legends like Nyx. Nyx is a good legend. Well, sort of. Mordex has good stats altogether. Mirage has good stats. Fate has good stats except for her defense. That's a little off. Volkov's kind of, but like Ulgrim has good stats. Nash has good stats. Azoth has pretty solid stats. But like Jiro isn't like that. Core, I use core for a reason. I put a dexterity stance on him because I just need to feel like a little bit faster recovering. Even though he has pretty good dexterity, he's not really fast, but I find speed to be a useless stat. I know it's good for linking up combos and stuff, but I just don't really need speed.
3, 2, 1,
so,
brawl.
I'm thinking if you ever wanted to stay with Jiro, you must have a lot of willpower. I have willpower. It's just that like I question it sometimes, or I just don't really appreciate him at some days. But I still, in the end, I still come out playing him because he's my main. You can't just like give up on a character just because of what people say about him. But unless you know, like unless you can feel that and understand what they're talking about, it's understandable if you want to drop that character. Like Core's a solid character for me. And Jiro, I keep playing him because it's a character I fully committed to. I bought the battle pass. The only reason why I bought that battle pass was for Jiro, and I'm sticking to it. What that means, like whenever time comes, I'm going to get every Jiro skin because I love that character, and I'll practically do almost anything in this game to get that character. But like character skins or anything relatable to it. I got a Jiro doodle. I brought 2 Jiro skins. I might even buy all of them. I'll go through the torture and wait for chests that might not even come out for another 6 months. Because I think it's worth the wait. Because it's just commitment. You put commitment to certain characters. That's why I put more commitment into core, because I use him in rank 1v1 because I don't find Jiro to be a good 1v1 character in rank, that is, because his defense is horrible. Everyone picks Lance. They always pick Scarlet or Ulgrim online, or Taros, considering their high attack, and it's never a good matchup for Jiro. And also his weapons are mainly short-ranged, and you're not good against long-range weapons like Hammer or Axe or Lance. Core has good things. So, if you ever wanted to, if you ever wanted to drop Jiro, I would give you reasons, like he has horrible defense, horrible attack. He's not that solid of a character. He's pretty underwhelming when you play him. And it's not really worth it to put in a lot of effort unless you're fully committed to him. Now, reason if you would wanted to stay with Jiro is because he has good dexterity and he has a faster combo link up, but it's not really useful. Like I said like 5 times before. It's not really useful. But he has a good weapon selection. He's really fast, and I feel like he's a character that no one uses, and I feel like they call him bad because he's pretty much, I think, the least used scythe in this game. He's just looked down upon, but like he's looked down upon, but what people say about him is also true. And if you want to keep on playing him because you don't care what other people think, like me, I don't care what other people think. You don't have to listen to me. You don't even have to. You don't even have to listen to this video. I'm pretty much irrelevant to this community. I only have 30 subscribers. That's like, it means nothing to other people like Costlakes, Shorpy, Phazon, Sandstorm, or Boomy. They get a lot of feedback upon what they say, and sometimes it's true on what they say. And I think that people just like copying what other people say. Like Shorpy and Lorman made a video on that saying, don't just listen to what one person says, because they were talking about something, and you should never always take someone's word. It's on what you believe. This is all about other people's opinions, not actual facts. There's no such thing as a good or bad character in any game. It's based off of people's beliefs. So, if you want to believe that Jiro's a bad character, then keep on believing. It's what you think. It's what you think, not what other people think. It doesn't matter what they have to say. It only matters what you say. It's not like, not being conceited, like whatever I say is right. It's just, this is what I think is right, not this is right, or you should think this is right, or you're wrong for not thinking it's right. You should never think like that. This game is all about, this is pretty much a pretty balanced game, but we always have opinions to believe if it's balanced or not. And I think that's going to wrap it up for today's video. I hope you enjoyed. Like and subscribe, or just pretty much like, so I can, get some feedback, or like some more people to like my content or something, because I really want my channel to grow. At least I wanted to grow into the Brawlhalla community because this is a simple game. I like this game. It's like a love-hate relationship between me and it, but I still like it. And in my overall opinion, is Jiro a good character in Brawlhalla? Yes. But is he also a bad character in Brawlhalla? Yes. Because I think that he's amazing, but he's also horrible. Because I just don't really see the appeal, but I see the appeal sometimes in this character. So, thank you so much for watching this video. I hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you next time.